Hey guys, NATGEE here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. So today you're gonna see me doing a lot of this because not only is it what's your name, BOB, so you calling me BOP, it's also a bang, and it's inspired by Meg Thee Stallion. She posted this picture on her Instagram from March. I started working on this wig from then. Here we are today, finished wig in the middle of June. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. I'm happy how the color came out. I'm happy how the glitter came out. However, I do have some notes on that, so be sure that if you're watching my video and you're watching me style this hair, watch the video till at least the end, or at least when I explain what I'm talking about here, just because there's a point where I realize I made a mistake, and I don't want you to make the same mistake as me. I don't want you to stop halfway through and be like, she didn't talk about this. Yes, I did. You have to watch the whole video. Let's get into it. If you want to get into this Meg Thee Stallion inspired wig, then just scroll down, hit that subscribe button, join the NATGEE gang, 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 and let's get into this video. So this is the wig we're starting with. This is where it's coming from. This is what we're going for. So cute. We're gonna start with warm water. I don't use hot water. I'm using the colors Clover and Jade. Because the wig was already green, I was like, let's just see what happens. I did a little bit of Clover and even less of Jade, and I was just like, let's just see how the pigment applies. Because it's already green, you don't know how it's gonna deposit. I just didn't wanna risk it for the biscuit right away. So I did a couple strands, and you see me, I'm just kind of very dainty with it. Just like, you know, take a little water, not too much. When I saw the color, I was like, okay, let's do more Clover, more Jade. Don't know what was going through my mind at this time, because I still didn't put a lot of Jade. Like, logically, the wig's already green. Megan's wig is a bluish green. Why did my brain not say, just add blue? This could have saved me a lot of steps. So if I was you and you have a green wig like this, just add blue. You'll save yourself a lot of steps. Here, I'm just doing a couple strands, again, to test it, but also, this is the poor man's highlight. I'm basically giving myself highlights and lowlights before I dunk the whole wig into the water. Literally within 5 minutes, I knew that shit was not right. I was looking at it and I'm like, this is gonna be so dark. This is not what I'm going for. This is literally what I'm coming from. I don't want this dark green Hulk looking thing. So I emptied that water ASAP like Rocky, and I went in with more Jade this time. So, you know, you see the common sense coming in, my little brain blast happening before your eyes. So I just do a whole heap of Jade. I'm like, this Jade just looks blue. Let's just try it. Dunk in the hair, leave it in there. And this was at about 10 o'clock in the morning, mind you. At about 5, after letting it sit basically all day, this is what I was left with. Here's what I didn't think about was the fact that because it was freshly colored hair, a lot of the color ended up coming off. This was to my benefit. So if you have freshly dyed watercolored hair, know that the dye doesn't last forever. A lot of it will come off if you leave it soaking in some water and something else. But that Jade did literally nothing because all that was happening was the green was coming off. So this time I was like, oh, you know what I have? Periwinkle. This is the only blue I have left. So let's try something. At this point, it's desperation. But look how pretty the water is. Take a moment. Look how quickly this wig just soaked up all that blue. It went in for literally 2 seconds. This is like real time, guys. And I'm watching the water turn clear. And the hair is coming out exactly what I need it to look like. So I had a little bit more water. I finished that bottle of Periwinkle, and I'm getting ready to dunk the hair in this. Oh my gosh, look, Starry Night. Tell me you don't see it. Anyways, after like 2 seconds, 2 minutes, okay, I'm being dramatic, 2 minutes of it being in there, I was like, okay, this is basically what I need. I didn't want it turning any bluer, so I didn't let it sit in this, however. I'm literally just maybe like for 5 or 10 minutes dunking the hair, and it's looking right. Like, this looks correct. So this is the final product after lots of blue. So I don't know where I left off filming this. This wig has been going on for like months since I originally saw the photo. So today I'm gonna focus on install and ventilating the glitter. So for now, I'm just gonna put my wig cap on. Okay, so this is how the wig is looking on my head. This is where the glitter is, which looks really which looks really similar to where Meg has it. I'm thinking once we incorporate the bang and the ponytail, I'm gonna show you guys how I ventilate this, or how I did it in the simplest way possible. Maybe not the best way, but like, if this is a bang and this is my part, are you really gonna see the little knot that I have there? Probably not. So this is like an easy way to do it. I've seen the girlies do this with like a curved needle and like go through the lace individually. Baby, I do not have the time nor the patience. So I have my little glitter stringies here that like have been on my floor for like 3 weeks. So they're in a knot of sorts. So, because the thing is with these is that they really are just like, it's like tinsel. It's just strings of like, I don't know how to describe it. Literal plastic. So it will tangle on you. So that's why I understand why the girlies do it individually. However, not for me, vibes. If you're new here, are you new here? You should know like my wigs get repurposed all the time. So it's like, for me, it's always hard to justify putting like a lot of work into a wig that I know I'm just gonna like tear this out of and color it a different color another day. Like, it just be like that with me and wigs. So that being said, I don't want to spend that much time on it. So a lot of my NATTGEE is down here, but also this is a short wig. So I don't really need to worry about that. I can just cut this from now, throw the rest away, never have to see it again. So that's what I'm gonna do. I just kind of hooked it through my crochet needle. There we go, vibes. Yeah, so right now it's just hooked through my crochet needle, like so. I'll show you how I put it through the hair. But I just want to get rid of all the excess that's on my lap because it really does trail everywhere. Like, you step on one, it's stuck to your foot, you're dragging it around the house like a piece of tissue paper in a public bathroom. It's crazy. So I can take this off my head to show you because it's, in an ideal world, it should be precise. I put it somewhere that would be like obvious on both sides, so I would know where it was exactly. And that place is just right above the track. This is a frontal wig, but I don't remember how deep it is. But I want to say it's like a 13 by 4. So as you know, with most frontal wigs, you usually only get like an inch of lace on the side. But there's a track that starts like right here. So I put it somewhere there so that I know exactly where to put it on the opposite side. So as you can see, this is lace, but right below this is track. So I did it probably about like, what, half an inch or an inch away from the start of the track. So that's easy for me to kind of like look at on the other side and be like, yeah, that's where that belongs. As you can see on the inside, I literally just knotted it like you would if you were crocheting something. You may not want to do it like that, girl, but this is how I do it. So then I had to think about, I have to think about this again right now, how I did this. So as you can see right now, I'm in the middle. I'm gonna go probably about like a little bit further down. Let's try something else. Just to go down most of this hair, most of these strings. The track is right here, so I'm gonna puncture about right here. So this is your crochet needle, this is your lace, and you literally can just push it through. Now on the inside, you have your treasure trove and your little streak. So I'm gonna just close this and pull it through. I also put it close to the track because the hole it makes is obviously quite large. Again, that's why most people do this individually, so you're not ruining your lace. I want to find the side of the glitter that's the shortest, because right now it's a loop in there. I'm just gonna tug a bit. Okay, perfect. So now on the inside, I just have, that's why we kind of shifted where the crochet needle was, because I have the shorter side on the inside of the wig and the longer side on the outside of the wig. But all you really have to do is make a knot on this end to plug it. This is just me thinking the best way to teach it to you guys, but like however you get it through there, like it's all the same. Not the neatest methodology, but it's in there. And now I'm just gonna cut this because I don't need it, because I don't need it, because I don't need it, because I don't need it. So in theory, should have straightened the wig first, should have styled it first before putting that in there, because obviously you can't put heat on that. However, I tend to just like to make sure I can do things before I can do things. Like I know I can always straighten a wig. Do I know that I'm always gonna be able to make glitter go through it? No. Today I'm gonna make them a bit shorter, but I kind of like this style. Still trying to open my eyes. If all goes according to plan, this could be a glueless wig, which is why I haven't secured it to my head. So, like, for those of you wondering, like, girl, it's probably so much easier if you had just laid it down in the beginning. I know, I know. However, I would love it if this was something I could just put on my head. Ow, shit is hot. Ow, did I just burn my forehead? 1 minute they're going great, the next minute, death. The next minute, you would like to unalive yourself. So at least we know they can straighten a bit. Worry about that. They actually didn't melt. Now Meg's is like one cohesive, like, you see how mine, like, I think, obviously I had this wig before, but I think the stylist, like, knew what hair was gonna be in the ponytail and left it long. If you look, there's like no, like how mine has like a harsh, like you can kind of see where my ponytail ends. There's like none of that in her wig. So I think they left this longer. So if you haven't cut your hair and you're watching this, don't cut it short like the rest of the wig. Leave it longer so that you get more of a seamless blend from ponytail to end. So first I'm gonna tuck this back. Hairspray. Brush. Cause you can like really see her baby hairs for me. I want to clean that up. Now, I don't think I'm gonna be able to make this totally glueless because this ear flap is wild. So I think I'm gonna try, but again, because I'm aiming for glueless, let's just see what happens when I try to just lay the baby hairs. See, but I hate when I do this because I feel like it looks so much more sus. Now, obviously, I know what I said about it being glueless, but by using hairspray to keep these baby hairs laid, it's also securing the wig, which I'm not really complaining about, but I'm not gonna advertise this as technically glueless because it's not, but it is at the same time. Death wish to burn my hands today. Look at my forehead. Oh my god, I'm giving myself wrinkles. These bangs are probably the worst bangs in the history of bangs. I don't want to keep this on too though. It just needs a little. Yes, melting. These bangs still suck, but I think this is the best they're gonna be. This wig is longer in the front than it is in the back, but I'm gonna go do my makeup and come back and wrap this video up because I feel like the hair is done, which is what you're here for. So.
Everything about me came from genetics.
Free YSL. Yeah, this is the finished wig. I fixed the bang. I don't know if I filmed that, but basically I just pinned some pieces back and hairspray them back. And then while I was doing my makeup, I had pinned them together, which actually did a lot of saving. This little pin right here helped keep them flat and down, so they actually look much better. So this is the finished wig. Like I said now that hindsight is 2020, you can't, if you already have a bob wig and you can't do anything about that like me, that's fine. But when it comes to these strips of glitter, as you can see, this chunk like ends right here. That is my downfall. When I had cut it while the hair was down, that was stupid. I should have waited till I put it up because like Meg, and what looks better is that the glitter go all the way down from the ponytail. So you need that extra length. It should be down here. Like when you put it in before you style the hair, it should be down here. The alternative is to put it in after you style the hair, but I just don't see how that would work because you have to put it up in a ponytail. So I still think the order of events was correct. I just wouldn't cut the glitter strips until you are like done styling, and then you're like, okay, it's the perfect length, cut. But aside from that, I think we nailed it. This is probably one of my closest recreations, I want to say. Like this one's pretty, like even down to the color, I'm like, I feel like really confident about this. I think the only thing that I could do better is the cut, but that's just because I just don't feel like cutting hair. Like I just don't feel like cutting hair. Cutting hair is just like, look at the bang, look how long that took me just to do a bang tonight. It took like 3 hours. So I didn't want to mess with the rest of the wig. Like I'm fine with it being shorter in the back and longer in the front. I still think it looks cute. I think the color came out cute. I forgot to show you the rest of the colors that came in the pack. There are so many. Like we have silver, purple, black, gold, 2 different types of blue, a pink, a red, a multicolored one. Like there's a lot that comes in here. It also came with like, what is it called? Like pliers and like some sort of like metal attachment thing. Because this is going on a wig, I just put it through the lace, but I guess in theory, if you have straighter hair, you can literally like clip it through the metal and bend it on. It didn't come with any instructions, so I don't know what the plan is there, but it does come with like actual like legit pliers and a bag of like these like metal fascinators. So I guess you put the glitter through there and then you literally like pinch the plier and like, I don't know, fasten it to your hair. I can't see that being a good idea. And I wouldn't even do that for my wigs. And also I just wouldn't want the bump of like some big old fascinator, especially because I was doing an updo. But literally, again, this is the only thing that's gonna cheese me because like literally I'm like, oh, you were so close to getting it perfect. All you had to do was not cut this at the time you had cut it and it would be like legit perfect. But you know, it is what it is. We move. I think that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you liked it or found it helpful, please give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about anything I did today, anything at all. Leave that in the comments down below. And as always, subscribe to me. You pay my bills, right? Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.